Have you ever heard of someone whose whole job is just to press the king's pajamas? Or a person who rows the monarch up the Thames for fun? You might think these are made-up stories, but they're real jobs that still exist in the royal household today. From inspecting horses to tagging swans, these odd roles go back hundreds of years. Some are purely for show, while others keep ancient traditions alive. Get ready for a wild ride through the most ridiculous royal jobs you wouldn't believe are still on the payroll. Imagine being called master of the horse, but you never actually clean a stall. Back in the 14th century, this person ran the royal stables, fed war horses, and made sure the king's mounts were battle-ready. Today, it's an honorary title. The master still shows up in a fancy uniform to inspect the stables and ride in parades, but the daily mucking out is left to modern stable hands. If you love horses and ceremonies, this could be the dream gig, minus the manure. Now picture a team of oarsmen in bright red uniforms gliding down the Thames, rowing the sovereign to a riverside event. Those are the Royal Watermen, a group that once numbered 48 and is now just 24. They haven't needed to row much for ages, but they keep the tradition alive whenever the royals want a luxury boat ride. It's like being part of a living history show, and no, you can't just apply online. This post is all about keeping a centuries-old ceremony floating. Want to map the stars for royalty? That's the astronomer royal's job. Back in the 17th century, they charted the heavens so sailors could navigate by the stars. These days, the role is mostly ceremonial, but the title still carries weight. The astronomer royal gives talks, advises on cool space stuff, and reminds everyone that the crown once needed experts to guide ships safely across oceans. If you love stargazing and a bit of pomp, this role shines bright. Let's talk about swans. In the UK, any unmarked mute swan on open water technically belongs to the monarch. Enter the swan marker, who leads a 5-day river trip to find, tag, and check the health of these birds. They gently scoop each swan out of the water, look it over, then mark it with a special tag. It sounds like wildlife conservation, but it's really the Queen's quirky right dating back to the 1100s. If you love animals and boat trips, here's your chance. Ever seen a kid standing stiff as a board next to a queen? That's a royal page or train holder holding up the royal robes at big events. These are usually the kids of close family friends. They stand perfectly still for ages in heavy, old-fashioned clothes. One even fainted during a long speech. It's a massive honor, but also a test of endurance. If you're good at staying motionless and love a front-row view of history, this could be your moment. If you're picky about your snacks, imagine having staff just for your biscuits and tea. King Charles III wants his cookies warmed to the exact right heat, or he won't touch them. His chefs also avoid chocolate, coffee, and garlic, and they always serve a special coddled egg salad at state dinners. Tea must be loose leaves in a pot, heated to 70 degrees Celsius for green or 100 degrees Celsius for Earl Grey. They even place a silver salt cellar and a cushion at his seat. Precision snacking at its finest. Here's one you won't see on any job board: the pajama presser and personal valet. King Charles had his PJs ironed every morning, shoelaces flattened, bath plug turned a certain way, and tepid water ready. His valet even squeezed exactly 1 inch of toothpaste onto his brush. Every little detail was planned before he even woke up. If ironing and very precise routines are your thing, this dream job could start at dawn. Timekeeping is serious business in the royal residences. The Royal Horological Conservator looks after over 1,000 clocks across palaces and castles. This expert sets, repairs, and maintains these timepieces, some centuries old. In 2020, a team spent more than 40 hours just to sync them all. It's a paid role, around $50,000 a year, but you'd better love gears, pendulums, and historical machinery more than spreadsheets. At a grand feast, you'll never see the monarch carving their own meat. That honor goes to the Grand Carver of England, a position held by the same family for generations. Their only task is to carve perfect, hot slices of meat at state banquets. It's a forgotten art that dates to the 1600s. If you can slice roast beef into uniform cuts with grace, this exclusive job comes with plenty of prestige, but no application form. Forget digital alarms. Waking the king means playing bagpipes outside his window. The piper of the sovereign has one job: stand ready every morning to play for 15 minutes. Created in 1843 by Queen Victoria, this role keeps alive the Highland music tradition. King Charles picked pipe major Paul Burns in 2022 after hearing him at the Queen's funeral. No days off, no Spotify, just you, the pipes, and the dawn sky. Why keep these odd jobs around? They're a bridge to the past, living reminders of centuries of history. Sure, modern royals have tech teams and PR pros, but these roles blend ceremony, tradition, and a touch of absurdity. They show that even today's monarchy values its roots, sometimes in the quirkiest ways. Which of these royal jobs would you take if you could? Would you press pajamas or row the river in red and gold? Tell me in the comments below. I might feature your answer in my next video. If you love this peek into palace life, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any royal secrets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.